Welcome everybody for today's video. What we're going to be covering is sales call tips for accounting and tax professionals. We're going to be going over the do's and don'ts, what you should be doing on a call, what you shouldn't be doing on a call that's causing you to not get sales and close deals, and all of that good stuff. So we're going to hop into my iPad as usual, and we're going to get after it, okay? So one of the things that we're going to cover, obviously, as we talked about it, right? It's sales call tips for accountants. And this is everything that you need to utilize for you to close more deals over the phone or in person or whatever the case may be. And a lot of these are principles. And it doesn't matter whether you're selling tax or accounting services, or you're selling legal services, or you're selling tires to somebody who needs tires for their car. These are certain aspects and principles of sales that any person that's within the service industry should utilize as just a baseline of what it takes to get deals done, okay? So we're just going to go one by one, keep it real simple, and I'm going to tell you the reasoning why we're doing certain things and all that type of good stuff, okay? So number one, what we're going to do is rapport. So every single phone call that we start off with, if we're taking a call over the phone or in person or whatever the case may be, rapport is very, very important. And rapport is basically just establishing yourself as a trustworthy person and that you're a human. Okay? Now, why is this important, right? You're like, okay, Kenny, like, what does this even matter? Like, I'm selling tax services, or, I'm selling accounting services. Why do I need to, be a human with these people? 99% of tax and accounting professionals do not want to build any type of emotional relationship with the customer because we're very, very analytical people. And the ones that are able to do that are the ones that have half of the knowledge, half the experience, half the technical skill, but have all the clients. The reason being is it doesn't matter what industry you're in. This is the people business, period. And the more that you understand it, the more that you embrace that, you can couple that with what you know. That's what's going to make you extremely successful. Okay. So establishing yourself as a trustworthy person is number one, because people do business with people that they genuinely like, right? I'll do business with my friends or this or that, or people I just like. I like their personality and what they represent. The second thing is you want to establish yourself as a human being. I know it sounds stupid, but some people will come off on the phone so robot-y that the person doesn't even trust them. They don't even know who they're speaking to. They might be reading off a script or whatever the case may be. Sound like a human. Building rapport might be, I'm a sports fan, right? So maybe there's something on TV. Did you see that game? Whatever the case may be. Or maybe they have children. You hear children in the background. How many kids do you have? I have kids too. You're establish some type of level of connection with that person that'll put you on the same playing field to establish trust. Once they trust you, they're going to be more open to what you have to say. That's the reason we're doing this, because they're going to be more open to what you have to say and be willing to take the information that you're giving them, okay? Very, very important, all right? All right, so the next thing is we went over rapport, right? Check mark. Now the next part is frame and control. This is what we're going to be going over next, okay? So what is frame and control? Okay? What frame and control is, in any sales call or any type of relationship where you're trying to lead a person to a end goal or an end goal, you need to frame and control the call. So what I say with that is, the first one is frame, right? And what frame really means is you need to set the stage on what this call is going to be about. So let me give you an example. Hey Joe, we just built rapport. Well, cool, Joe. I'm glad that we're able to connect today. So how this call is going to go is I'm gonna just figure out some basic information about you, about your tax situation, kind of what's been going on within your world. And if I find as if I can help you, I'll present to you a solution. How does that sound to you? Okay, perfect. I set the stage for the call. I framed it. I controlled it, and I told them what the outcome of the call is going to be, what I'm going to do during the call so they can follow that, right? So I told them I'm going to ask them questions, And if it works for them, I'm going to present my offer. Why is that important? Because now it puts me in control. Now I'm asking a question, which means I'm leading the call, because you can't sell a person if they're leading you. If they're asking you, and this is where a lot of accounting professionals get in trouble, is you get a prospect, and I need to put my main camera on, this is a big deal. You get a lot of prospects that are on these phone calls with you, and they start just blurting out their tax situation. Well, I have an LLC, and I'm thinking about changing it to an S corp, and I have 3 rental properties, and blah blah blah. What's your thoughts? Should I do this or should I do that? They start asking you questions, then you start answering it and giving away free information. That's why you don't close deals. Or if you do close that deal, you're getting compensated a lot lower because you're just giving away information. You have no systematic process on what you're doing. That's why you're losing out on deals and you're getting paid what you're getting paid. Because you let other prospects control the call because you feel as if you giving away your information and what you've learned is going to help you close more deals, when it's really not. The person who says the least ends up closing more deals. Counterintuitive to what you might think, right? So that's what we're looking at doing. Okay, so that's why framing the call is so important, because you need to ask questions, then you need to present so the framing of the call, right? So I framed the call and I told them exactly what it is, and that put me in control of the call. They're both in the same stratosphere, okay? So that's what you have to do. You have to frame the call and control the call from the beginning. Let the customer know, I will be leading this call. I will ask the questions. And if I feel as if I can help you, I'll present to you what I have to offer. Not, hey, blurt out every single tax question you've ever had, and I'm going to answer it every single question. Then I'm not going to get compensated for anything. Or if I do, I'm going to get compensated pennies, and I just got dusted. That's not what we're doing, okay? So that's why framing and controlling the call is so important. Okay, guys, so we got this done. Next is extracting the information. So extracting information is very, very important. So extracting information is something that we talk about in our sales process, in our sales script with our Tax Pro Grow program. And we give you a list of questions that you need to ask the customer to ensure you're pulling the information to give them potential tax savings so you can present them the tax plan, okay? So extraction. So if you're a person who's looking to sell, it doesn't even matter. If you're looking to sell, for the sake of this call, we'll do tax planning. But even if you're looking to sell bookkeeping services or whatever the case may be, you need to have a list of questions that are cookie cutter questions that you can go to every single time, that's going to pull out information to allow you to assess this person's situation to see if they're even a viable client to be sold. Okay, so that's very important. So there's multiple layers of questions that we do, but let me just go high level, okay? So one of the layers is just, are they buyer capable, right? So what I'm doing is basically during these questions, I'm asking them a list of questions to make sure they're a person that's fit for tax planning and that I can offer it to them. Very, very important, right? Because if I can do that, then I know, okay, I can help this client. And not only that, I'm pulling out information from this client so I can show them potential tax savings. Because if I can tell them, hey, I can potentially help you save $100,000 on taxes, right? It's only going to cost you $10,000. It's really easy to sell this person, right? You don't have to be a good salesperson. People are logical too, right? Very easy. So the first set of questions are buyer capable questions for my product. You have to make questions to make sure that the person is buyer capable for your product, okay? That's the first part. And we have a list of questions that we go through in TPG. The second part we do is right now the right time, timing questions. Why do we do this? Plenty of us, I got to take this to the main screen. Plenty of us have gotten on sales calls where you've gotten down, you felt good about the customer, then they told you, you know what, it's not the right time. Or you know what, I have something else going on. Or you know what, let me think about it. Let me do this, let me do that. The reason that they do that is because it's usually two things. It's a timing question where they don't think right now is the right time. To make a person buyer capable, they have to believe in the service, in your service offering. So let's say, for instance, tax planning, right? They have to believe in tax plan is going to help them save money on taxes. Then they have to believe right now is the right time. If those two things don't align, you don't get a sale, period. So timing, we set up timing questions during the sales process in the sales script to ask them questions to see if right now is the right time before we even get to the pitch, before we even take the buyer capable questions and come up with potential tax savings for the customer. Is right now the right time for you? So there's a list of questions that we go to where we're asking questions like, okay, great. You know, is this something that you want to solve right now? Why exactly do you want to get this done right now, right? And we're pulling out and we're inching. That's just one of them. We're inching questions to see, okay, does this person want to do this right now? So important. People skip over this part, think they have a good sales call and they don't close. That's why the extraction part is so important, okay? The next part that we go through is we have our buyer capable questions. Are they capable of buying our product, right? Are they a good fit for our product, right? That's one of our questions. Are they a good fit for our product, right? Then the next question goes over basically timing. Is right now the right time? The next one is money. We have money questions to see if the person has money and is capable of purchasing our tax planning services for $5 to 10, 15, $20,000, right? There's a list of questions that we go through just to make sure they have the cash. And it's not like we're literally asking them, do you have $10,000 to invest right now? We're not doing it like that. We're doing it very strategically to see if they're capable of purchasing our services. All these things make, when you get to the close, it's almost like you're reverse engineering the sale, right? Because once you get to the close, you're not dealing with these objections. You're just closing. That's the secret, okay? So, and we go over that full process within our program, right? So that's extract the info. Then the fourth one is stop giving away free information, guys. So this is important. I call this the giver syndrome. Okay? Make sure you guys smash that like button on the page and make sure you guys comment. The giver syndrome. The giver syndrome is basically where you think that you need to give away a lot of information on these calls and show people that you're the smartest accountant or tax professional that ever lived. That is literally is what is allowing you not to close deals. And it's so counterintuitive. You want to give people less information because, like, why should I pay you, right? Why should I pay you for a service? If I called you on the phone, I wanted to know if I should, you know, utilize multiple LLCs for my real estate investments, and you gave me the exact answer. Why should I pay you $10,000 for that information, right? So there's a process that you go through to give people something without really giving them something. It's called give them a little bit of cheese, but don't give them the full enchilada. I say that all the time. And that's something that we've built within our office where you get yourself into trouble when you give away too much information. So we have rail guards and processes that we work through to make sure that you keep yourself reeled in. You're not giving away too much information, okay? So that's very, very important, okay? Then the fifth thing is going to be basically set the stage for the pitch. So obviously once you've gotten this information and you feel as if the person is buyer capable, then you just set up the pitch and you start going through the pitch and tell them about the offering, what you offer, how it works, the pricing, all that type of good stuff, right? But you don't get to this point in time and successfully do this unless you get all the rest of the things taken care of, right? So these things are synonymous when it comes to tax and accounting services, not just tax planning. It's anything. You have to strategically sit down and build yourself a script and a process that you take yourself through. The same thing when you're going through and you're creating a tax plan, or you're doing, you know, taxes for your customer, or you're doing accounting work. You have a process that you go through. The wisest people and the best warriors are the people that spend hours upon hours sharpening the sword before they even hit battle. Sharpen your sword before you go to battle. That's half of the work. If you know this process and you know it so well and you sat down and took the time to build something like this, you're going to be a weapon on the phone where you're always going to be able to close deals. Okay? Very, very important. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It's super important for me. It helps me build more videos, and as well, comment as well. And if you guys are looking to see how you guys can implement this within your business, please click on the link below, book a call with our team. We'll walk you through the whole process, show you exactly what it looks like, and see how we can do this for you. And you can have a sales script in your system, in your company now, that has a 50% close rate or it's a weapon now where you can give it to your staff, you can use it yourself, and you're going to start charging more for services. Okay, very important. All right, guys, take care. Adios.